Hi, so this is my 1 month post-op video. I had gastric bypass, the RNY procedure on June 18th, and it is now July 18th. Uh, Really weird that it's been a month. It feels like it's been forever, feels like it was yesterday. I rolled into one. I know people want to know stats, so as of this morning, I am down 20 and a half pounds, and I officially weigh about what I did when I graduated high school a few years ago, which I mean, I haven't been down to this weight, so very excited. I have been about 60-ish pounds heavier than where I'm at now, but when I started the actual surgery, so 20 and a half. And I want to talk about that too, because some people have unrealistic expectations about what they're going to lose in the very beginning. And some people truly do lose very quickly. Size has something to do with it, hormones, things like that. So I figure I'm averaging 5 pounds a week. When's the last time I did that healthily? Pretty much never, ever. So trying to remain focused on that and know that I'm doing what I need to do. So I'm trying to get my protein at around 60 grams a day, if not more. Sometimes that's hard to do. Let's see here, trying to get as much water as possible. I'm probably at around, right around 8 cups actually. So that's doing really well. I want to get more. So I'll be working on that. A typical day of food kind of varies, but right now I'm still doing protein shakes once or twice a day to supplement for the protein. I'm having, tuna and avocado still, a veggie burger and avocado, still very much in love with avocado, and just trying to get that protein in. Have ventured out a little bit with recipes, so I've made this cauliflower pizza casserole. I was really craving pizza, just that taste, and it really satisfied it, and my husband loved it, so that was a big plus. I want to talk also about the mental aspect of being post-op. I've been feeling a little loony, I guess. At night, sometimes it's really hard to sleep, almost manic-y, just a little sped up. And I've talked to other people who go through the same things, and I really just am equating it to hormones and these changes in your body, and we're feeding it completely different. Even though I didn't eat horribly before, I was definitely getting some carbs and some sugar, and now it's very minimal. And that's going to bring changes. And when you've been at a certain weight and having the same amount of calories for a certain amount of time, things are going to change. I also wonder about, since I have a history of struggling with depression and things like that, if it's also playing a role. Like certain medications I go on, I know are going to affect me. So I'm wondering if it's having a similar effect. So far, nothing to be concerned of, but there's a definite difference in my mental state. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see. I'm very excited to, keep moving forward. I'm eating about 4 ounces. I'm going to say 6 times a day. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 4. I try to do 2 ounces, but depending on the food, I might go to 4. I've had 0 issues with food, except one time I ate watermelon too fast, and that went right through me. And I'm still not completely sure if that was a dumping episode, because that's been my only experience with it so far. And then I chewed meat really well, but then kind of forgot and had a gulp of water too soon after, and spent about 20 minutes having it come back up, or trying to. And vomiting is a very strange experience, because it's not this nausea and it feels different. It's like you have to burp, but stuff comes out. It's weird. It's so weird, and it's not acidic. Yeah, my husband was here for that day when the meat issue happened. Same day, something that had sat well with me prior week, I made hamburger sliders on sweet potato buns. So instead of bread, you use sweet potatoes, and I measured it out, and It was all healthy. Something about the meat that night, though, did not sit well, and within 2 minutes, I was just not holding it down. So, not really sure what that was yet. I guess we'll find out. People say, something can just not sit well with you one day and be fine the next. So, I'll definitely keep trying different foods. Had salad for the first time yesterday. It was delicious. I'm still wary of certain textures. Like, I don't swallow meat or vegetables that are too stringy just yet because I feel great. Like, I have to remind myself I just had surgery. Someone was saying on one of the forums that you could be doing harm even though you feel good, and so I'm really trying to remember that because I tend to push myself way too quickly, way too fast, because I feel fine. I really do. So I'm trying to be careful. And I'm having coffee again, not too often. Uh, let's see here, but very much I'm trying to be good. I am. I'm changing, what I reach for, reducing snacks. I was having, snacking. So I had those sugar-free popsicles on hand and those, 40-calorie fudge bars on hand. And people were saying, use those popsicles, they count as your liquid, I lived off of them, blah, 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 blah. So I just had no problem munching on them. They're like 15 calories, they count as water, just munch, munch, munch. However, what I found is that I was just giving into that snacking habit. And even though it was technically this, harmless popsicle, even though it has, chemicals in it, but whatever, I was still in the same routine, just reaching for something different. So I noticed that when I ran out of them and just didn't have them in the house, I wanted to look for something else, just to eat, because that's the freaking habit. So stop buying popsicles. I'll start buying them again, I think, maybe in a week or so once the habit has lessened, because, yeah, I just noticed that was not something I wanted to be doing. As far as my husband, completely supportive. He definitely notices a change in me. He says that he had noticed that I had gained weight kind of quick there right before surgery, and he could see that I've lost it and all that. Which is pretty funny. I was like, you're not supposed to tell a woman that. But he's really supportive. One of the biggest things, that has changed is that I'm no longer thinking about food the same way. So he's having to pick up a little bit of the slack with planning food. I think I talked about that a little bit in the first video, but it's just coming to light a little bit more because it's almost as if my meal concepts are different now. I'm not so much thinking about, having the side and the veggie and the bread. I'm thinking like protein and veggie and that's it. And sometimes that's okay, but sometimes, he wants more than that. I have to kind of think about that too. It's really strange. It seems like it should be easy, but I really just feel this difference in how I think and look at food. Very weird. I went out to a restaurant for the first time and I had no idea what I was going to order at first. I'm looking through everything and everything looks great. But I'm really, trying to realistically think about how much am I actually going to be eating and how much do I not want to feel like crap after. So I ordered a half tuna sandwich and a half cup of chicken noodle. Had some of the broth, ate some of the tuna out of the sandwich, felt great. Definitely felt full, so I need to learn how to eyeball those portions a little bit more. I probably had a couple bites too much. The waiter wanted to bring me fries or coleslaw, and I told him no thank you, and he didn't really understand why I didn't want either of them, but I knew that if I had them in front of me, I'd be eating them. So yeah, so I'm doing really well. Started to add more exercise in. I've been doing this T25 video program, and I'm doing the modified version still. Being too jostled around right now, like too much jumping, still feels a little odd, but it's getting a lot better. And I've been working on doing some squats and planks, and then doing walks and things like that. So I really want to join a gym and get into some classes like Zumba. because I love dancing and I would love to incorporate that in right now. So I think that's pretty much my rambling as of right now. It's pretty funny. More and more people are finding out that I had surgery, and not that it was ever a secret, but I thought it would be weird to broadcast it, just be like, hey, so what's up, guys? I'm having surgery. So some people just had no idea. So it's kind of funny. My husband laughs because I say it so nonchalantly, and people tend to be really surprised that it happened. And I was like, wait, what? What? I've gotten that several times, so it's pretty amusing. Michael says it's because I say it like it's no big deal. Um, and so far, the response has been pretty darn positive. Haven't gotten too much negative feedback. Uh, Either way, I did this for me, and so far, this is absolutely one of the best decisions I have ever made. So I am incredibly grateful, and I'm incredibly grateful for how well I'm feeling, because I know and see that there's people who don't feel that way so early on out or ever, or they have complications. So very grateful and thankful that so far, so good. And I just think that's one of those things that you just don't know until you get to the other side. So, yeah. So if I think of anything else, I still want to do that video talking about the journey as far as weight and becoming the person that you're supposed to be, I guess. So I will do that later. I want to do the whole, let's see here if we can do that whole body thing again. No vacuum this time, but there is a giant ruler because we're awesome. Let's see here. So this is me today. And of course, alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope that I have potentially eased your mind a little bit. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can't wait to get caught up on everyone else's videos because it's so helpful no matter what stage you are at. And thank you to all of my online friends who have been a huge help and support in this process as well. Alright, thank you. Bye.